the Board of Supervisors meeting to order. Please rise for silent prayer, followed by the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please stand. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I'll lead Purple Rain, but I can't hit the high notes.
Thank you, Supervisor Eldridge.
Oh my God.
I asked her to do it unkiddingly, and she did.
Thank you, everybody, for joining me. It's very emotional.
Yeah,
that's good.
Okay, I need to ask the clerk to call the roll.
Madison.
Here.
Weigel.
Here.
Leader.
Here.
Benvenuto.
Here.
Stats.
Here.
Adams.
Here.
Mettler.
Here.
Collins.
Here.
Riley. Eldridge.
Yes,
Fury.
Here.
Kirsten.
Here.
Ligonia.
Here.
Sterling.
Here.
Mia.
Here.
Chemidas.
Here.
Mussman.
Here.
Scalera.
Here.
Guzzi.
Here.
Holding.
Present.
Morel.
Here.
Nat.
Here.
Skoda.
Present.
34-39 present, 96 absent. We have a quorum.
Thank you. I need a motion to pay the bills, accept the treasurer's report, and file the minutes within the clerk's office.
So moved.
Second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Before I ask the clerk to read the resolutions, I just wanted to say how nice it is to see everyone in person. It's been a long time, and now Kippy's got to wear pants. It's nice to see Ray Stats' face. We haven't seen that in about 18 months. So just welcome back, and hopefully we can move forward and and continue doing some good work here. Would you call do the resolutions?
Oh, that's you ready? Yeah. Resolution 216 of 2021 through 227 of 2021 by Supervisor Ligonia.
Mr. Chairman, I offer these resolutions for adoption.
Second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'm opposed to 227.
So noted.
Thank you.
Resolution 228 of 2021 to 240 of 2021 by Supervisor Benvenuto.
Mr. Chairman, I offer these resolutions for adoption.
I second the motion.
Mr. Chairman, if I could make a motion for a roll call vote on resolution number 228, please.
Okay, we'll vote on everything except 228, and then we'll do that. So we have a motion and a second on all the resolutions excluding 228.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I would love to be heard before we take a roll call vote on the record that I am not necessarily opposed to this resolution, but I was not able to have my questions answered. I think it's a very dangerous precedent for this board to set, to vote on something when a department head refuses to even hear the questions that we have. So if I asked a question that the department head felt he really couldn't answer, I could understand that. But the answer I got was, I'm not even going to hear your question. I have no interest. And so I thought, well, maybe it's a personnel issue, so maybe we should go into an executive session. Suggested that and was told, I don't care if we're in executive session. I am not going to answer any questions that you have. So some of my colleagues on the Public Safety Committee made the argument that he's an elected official. And this is true. And Sheriff Bartlett is an elected official. And I ask a lot of questions. I know, I feel that that's my job. I don't feel like I'm a rubber stamp. I don't feel like I should vote on something that I don't fully understand. And Sheriff Bartlett has answered every question that I have ever asked of him. So the fact that DHEC is an elected official, I feel, is a moot point. Then I was told he's autonomous, which I also agree. If there are things that DHEC is autonomous on, I have no right micromanaging, getting involved. But according to the county attorney, for the DA to do what he is requesting to do, this board has to vote on it via resolution. When you look up the definition of autonomous, that means we would have no conversation about it. So in this resolution, in this request that the DA is making, he is not, by definition, autonomous. There is often a checks and balances between one elected official and a group of elected officials. I hope that there aren't some supervisors that are in the know and others of us being left out, because that would not sit right with me. So the only conclusion I can come to is that other supervisors are okay with a department head not being willing to entertain nor answer questions that elected supervisors have. And I feel very uncomfortable with that precedent. Again, I have potentially no opposition to this resolution. I'm sure there's a great reason that he's requesting it, but I wasn't able to ask a question or even have my question heard. And I feel very strongly that we should not set a precedent where we as a board vote for something where a department head refuses to even hear the questions that we have. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor. So are you making a motion to request a roll call vote?
Yes, please.
So we need a second.
Second?
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried?
Okay, so we're doing a roll call vote on resolution 228 of 2021.
If I could ask a procedural question, yes is voting for the resolution, no is voting against the resolution.
Okay? Basson?
Yes.
Weigel?
Yeah.
Leader?
Yes.
Benvenuto?
Yes.
Stats?
Just like to say that I usually would like my questions answered also when asked, but I was content with the answer that the DA gave. He answered the question that he was reorganizing, moving salaries around to change responsibilities. So to me, that was my answer to the question that was asked. So I'm satisfied with it, so I'd say yes.
Adams?
I would vote no.
Mettler?
I was also at that committee meeting, and I didn't hear a response from the district attorney when questioned, not a meaningful response. What I heard was when there was a request to go into executive session, the district attorney said, even if I go into executive session, I'm not answering your questions. That was my takeaway from that. So I'm voting no, not because I disagree with his rationale, but because I don't know his rationale. And I think the district attorney has to have a lot of leeway in decisions with regard to his department. That said, I think when he appears before a committee of this board, that he should be prepared to respond to questions, and if they are sensitive matters or personnel matters, his remedy was to go into executive session, which he chose not to do. So I vote no.
Collins?
Yes.
Riley? Eldridge?
Yes.
Bury?
I was in the committee meeting and I remember DA Checker responding to the question why he was doing it. He didn't give a very long answer, but he did explain his rationale for doing it. So I vote yes.
Kirsten?
No.
Ligonia?
Yes.
Sterling?
Yes.
Mia,
Yes.
Chamidas,
No.
Mussman,
No.
Scalera,
Yes.
Guzzi,
Yes.
Holding,
No.
Morel,
Yes.
Not,
Yes.
Scoda.
Yes.
Twenty-seven forty ayes, 795 nays.
The resolution passes.
Thank you.
Resolution 241 of 2021 to 244 of 20.
Excuse me, may I make just a comment? Sorry, I missed 232. I want to vote against that. I'm opposed to sheriffs and schools. I prefer if there were mental health workers, if we're going to go down that route. My mistake. I apologize.
Oh, 232?
232 is the
Okay.
authorization of
Yeah,
school
school
resource
resource
officers.
officers. Okay, we'll note that, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so, all right, let's go back to 241 of 2021 to 244 of 2021 by Supervisor Weigel.
Mr. Chairman, I offer these resolutions for adoption.
Second the motion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Okay, Resolution 245 of 2021 to 249 of 2021 by Supervisor Knott.
Mr. Chairman, I offer these resolutions for adoption.
Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 250 of 2021 to 252 of 2021 by Supervisor Guzzi.
Mr. Chairman, I offer these resolutions for adoption.
Second the motion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's my phone.
Everybody's like looking around. It's on the microphone.
The resolution passes, or the resolutions pass.
And that's it.
That's it? Okay. I'd like a motion to go into executive session for an update on negotiations by our labor attorney.
Second?
Motion Mike Benvenuto, second.
Second.
Supervisor Hoatling, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Yeah, opposed. Do any supervisors have any other business to bring before the board?
I mean, I have a request that may or may not be possible. So, being 45 minutes away and having, 3 young children, it was really nice to attend every single subcommittee meeting, even the ones that I wasn't on. And I realized that according to open meetings law, they have to be in person. My request is if we can figure out a way to, similar to how Amanda was here today, to record all of those meetings so that for the meetings that I'm not able to be a part of, I can at least view. I realize there's the minutes, but often those are, motions, seconds, votes. They don't involve conversation. I don't need an answer tonight, but I would like to consider, both for the public that maybe can't attend during the workday because they work 9 to 5, as well as other supervisors that may be interested in seeing what occurred in those, because that's where when I first attended, when I got elected in November, I came and it was like a 5-minute meeting and it was 100 resolutions and I thought, oh my gosh, how do they even know what they just voted on? And then obviously I realized that really the meat and potatoes is in those subcommittee meetings, and so it would be really nice for other supervisors and the public to be able to see what's discussed.
We will look into it.
Great, thank you so much.
Any other supervisors have any business to bring to the board?
Yeah, it's great going through lockdown on a video screen with everybody.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
You don't have to say unmute anymore. Unmute.
We can speak whenever we want, right?
Teach him how to do it.
Like what, you bail?
Okay. I do have a
No
couple
cocktails
of committees I'd like to announce. We're going to have a COVID-19 memorial/recognition committee to look into a way of memorializing what's occurred over the last year. The 96 lives that we lost, the volunteers, the work that our county employees have done. So I want to ask David Harrison, Kelly Vaccaro, Brian McDonald, Holly Tanner, Jack Mabb, Christy Frederick, Sarah Sterling, myself, and PJ Keeler to be on that committee. And then the Columbia County, New York Sequential Intercept Model Mapping Committee. That's the first time I've said it correctly.
Second time.
Second time, I'm sorry. And I'm gonna, myself, Kathy Eldridge, Michael Chimides, PJ Keeler, Ron Campanera, Bob Gibson, Dan Almasi, Dave Bartlett, and Keith Stack, who is our legislative liaison and our opioid expert. The city specifically asked to put on some financial people, hence PJ and Ron are on the committee. So, thank you. And thank you all for agreeing to serve. Almost
Not yet.
like that. Did, so no other business, motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Take care.
It was nice.